Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Davo from Esports, bringing you another 1v1 StarCraft 2 cast today. This time with
Phonics again.
Yay!
I'm back.
So this time it is going to be on Shakura's Plateau, and our two players today are in the bottom right-hand corner. We have our green Protoss, who is roxkisTITAN or roxkisTITAN, and in the bottom left corner we have Strelok. Many people know Strelok. He's quite a good player, actually. Yeah.
Very entertaining streamer.
Yeah, very entertaining streamer, actually. Yeah, good times. Cool. So,
yeah. Currently at this time, Titan is 59% against Protoss. He against Terran. Sorry. He seems to think that's his best matchup. Seems to be from the stats I've got here. And Strelok is 56% against Terran. So both of them over. Against Protoss, over 50%.
Yeah.
So they're both fairly good in this matchup.
So it should be a pretty even thing, as it were.
And they are spawning in close by air, so that could open up opportunities for Strelok to do some sort of one base 1-1-1, get some Banshees going, because they are going to be a lot closer than if they were in cross positions. But
oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So I mean, Titan's from the Russia, yeah.
Russian player.
Yeah, he's a Russian player, isn't he? Yeah, he's really quite up and coming. I mean, he was the top of the European Grandmasters League for quite a long time.
He was.
Yeah, he actually still might be.
He's fairly high up there. He just always seems to have trouble in LAN tournaments. He's come close quite a few times, but mostly in LAN. He does very well in LAN tournaments.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. I think now would be a fitting time to announce what we have been trying to announce, what I have been saying that we're going to announce. We are going to the Insomnia Festival in the UK. Oh, yeah.
So excited.
So excited. Yes, indeed. So we're going to go and get lots of commentaries, replays, all that good stuff.
Interviews with players, interviews with casters and esports personalities, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Awesome. So if you guys are going to be there, drop us a comment. That would be freaking cool. But we will be there, probably walking around with video cameras. Hooray. So it does look like Strelok is actually going to be scouting the first base correctly. So luckily for him, the SCV has got there right on time.
Always nice when you scout the correct way first.
Always nice. Indeed. Ooh, that Zealot did fancy a bit of SCV hide, but is actually probably just going
Might be moving straight across the map, followed by that Stalker.
Yeah.
If he chronos the Stalker, it should arrive just about the same time as the Zealot does.
No, his chrono does probes.
So maybe more economic, but he has gone double gas, so...
Yeah, and he is... Maybe we could expect to see Void Rays out of Titan.
Maybe, due to the positioning. He might know that Strelok is where he is due to the position that SCV came from.
Yeah. From
the lower Zelnaga. But,
we have a strategic line of Marines here from Strelok, making sure that no Zealot shenanigans takes place at all. Indeed. And the Zealot has actually just been drafted to go and take the Zelnaga tower in the middle, and it does look like this SCV will meet a terrible fate at the hands of this Zealot, who is essentially a space ninja.
We do have a Nexus coming down now from Titan, going more for that economic build, but he's saving up quite a lot of gas, should be throwing some sentries down. Yeah,
we also have a command centre on the way for Strelok as well, so looks like both players opting for a more economic kind of build. And what's... Okay, so we have...
Oh, that's not so good for Titan there. He's got his units in a better position. He's not going to lose the Stalker, but he might be a bit worried now, seeing the couple of SCVs. Don't know if he's seen the command centre yet, so he might be thinking it could be a kind of a funny 2-racks pressure.
Yeah.
Strelok does like to do those slightly crazy plays, but ooh.
I think that's what makes Strelok such an entertaining player to watch, actually. Yeah. You really can't expect what the man's going to do. That's pretty fun.
Remember watching his stream and just watching him do about 3 hours of straight Reaper rushing every single game. Will he be setting up bunkers?
That's quite a lot of sentry there at the ramp, and I would expect to see a force field go down there, but it does look like Titan has been forced to cancel this Nexus. Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate for his more economic style of play. This Stalker, a little bit low on health, is just meandering around the middle of the map, unable to do anything. But I'm sure Titan should be able to defend this, seeing as he does have quite a lot of sentries.
He has all those minerals he's got from his Nexus, so he should be able to walk in enough Zealots to repel that. But with the bunker coming up, it could be a difficult break for him.
Indeed, yeah.
He has got the Robo coming up now, but I can't think he'd want to wait until Immortals come out in order to get his expansion down, but...
It's a very light contain. I think that's...
Strelok could be doing a really smart play, just leaving the bunker there and bringing all of his Marines all the way back and just settling into an economic play now that he knows Titan's cancelled his Nexus and he is ahead now.
Yeah. It's amazing, really. Basically no blood has been spilt, and here we go. Here is a push out from Titan to try and stop this. I mean...
Ooh, focusing down the sentry, gets one.
Is this such a wise choice by Titan? I mean,
it's not too bad. He's going to get his expansion after this, and he doesn't lose too much. He does lose a sentry, which is never good, and I think he lost more zealots than he needed to, really. He could have microed those back with the stalkers coming in, but
yeah.
He does clear Strelok out from the front of his base and can drop his natural again now.
Yeah.
Although, Robo Bay, he might be forced to...
Yeah.
Now he's cancelled that Nexus. I think he thinks he's way too far behind, going for that one base Colossus push.
Bit of an
or maybe Warp Prism speed. Now he is building the Warp Prism.
Maybe a Colossus drop.
Oh, I hope it's a Colossus drop. Oh no, but he's dropping the Nexus. So it is probably going to be Warp Prism speed, and he'll just use that for some light harass.
Okay, so we do have Strelok built a bunker, 2 bunkers in fact, on top of his ramp. And that is one surefire way to stop a Protoss from coming up any sort of ramp, is to build bunkers on top of it, especially in the early game. Because, I mean, let's face it, Protoss gateway units don't do so well against Marine and Marauders.
And they don't do so well against bunkers either.
No. No, that is quite true. Now, we do have the Warp Prism coming around here with quite a lot of sentries.
My favourite kind of drop to do is Protoss.
Mm.
Get in there, force field the SCVs into a little corner, warp in some zealots, and you can take out quite a few workers without really losing too much.
Yeah,
He's just got to not lose these sentries, because if he even loses one, it's borderline not even worth it for him to have done this at all. And that's not a bad... Oh, that's a good block off. Oh, beautiful play by Strelok. That was epic.
Only, I think, 3 sentries gone down there?
Well, 6 workers in total, but there was 2 at the front and a scouting, so 3 down in total in that drop. Not bad, didn't lose anything.
Nice quick thinking there by Strelok, really nice. I mean, those force fields were good, but they weren't by any means the best from Titan. Unfortunately.
Producing Colossus now. I think he's probably up to 2
Yeah.
Colossus now.
I think we're no, yeah, it's 1 Colossus at the moment.
Colossus 1 on the way.
There we are. Yeah.
Dead even on probes as well, so it's a very even game at the moment.
Our dreams of a Colossus drops are
He can still do the Colossus Micro.
Yeah, one thing that I've always found really frustrating with Colossus is they do have a tendency to get stuck on cliffs sometimes. And my god, that is annoying.
They have a tendency to freak out and occasionally not know how to get up that cliff properly.
Yeah, yeah. Especially like if you put them on like a cliff like that bit there or something.
He is posturing like he maybe wants to push a little bit now. He's got this Colossus.
That Stalker wants to get out of the way, out of the front. He's going to end up being toasted very quickly. There he goes. And this does look like quite a risky push in by Titan right now.
He seems to be doing well. Those Marines are absolutely getting fried by that Colossus. They are so good.
Really nice force fields as well, actually. Stopping the Marines.
No SCVs being pulled either, so those bunkers go down really easily. And the force field at the ramp is excellent.
If he was to stick another force field at the top of the ramp as well, those Marines and Marauders would be like Colossus dinner.
He is losing quite a lot of his gateway forces now, and all SCVs being pulled. Strelok will hold this, but he's lost quite a lot of his army, and with that second Colossus, those SCVs are not looking like they're going to live much longer.
It does look like that second Colossus, and the first Colossus for that matter, are both going to go down, and these Stalkers are going to go, whoa, screw that, and just stand over here for a bit in a timeout sort of formation. We do have Strelok got Vikings on the field right now to repel the Colossus even more effectively. But that was it was a ballsy push by Titan.
It was, and I don't know if it worked for him, because he didn't focus those sort of 6 or 7 SCVs that were brought with Strelok's army. He didn't have Thermal Lance when he pushed, which could have really helped him in that. And also he's behind in supply now. Yeah.
We have what looks like Titan getting ready to move into the later and mid stages of the game here by getting Forge, double Forge even, so he can get his weapons and armor. But the question is, will that be enough? We've got quite a lot of forces moving across the map right now from Strelok. I mean, Colossus are good. They're very good against Terran units, but they're especially good in numbers. And that is something that this Colossus doesn't have at the moment. There's lots of numbers. You know, it's only 1 Colossus, so it does look like a risky situation for Titan to be in right now.
I don't know if Strelok... I think Strelok is just sort of keeping Titan back, keeping him worried. He's not got quite enough units to actually push in and do any real damage to Titan with the ramp, and he's still got that Colossus. But he's definitely stopping him from taking that third base up the top, but no third either coming down from Strelok, so he might want to go for a push in sort of 3 to 4 minutes. +1/+1 now for Titan coming down, +1 on the way for Strelok. So he's going to be behind, he's going to be ahead in about 20 seconds
And of course
for about 30 seconds.
Yeah. And the Thermal Lance is just finishing up for the Colossus now, of course, which is the...
This could be a bad time for Strelok to go. Thermal Lance has just finished.
Oh,
not so good on the Colossus control there. Getting a lot of damage.
Titan,
Vikings.
yeah, Titan's just lost quite a lot of his Zealots, but unfortunately these Marines and Marauders aren't positioned too good.
Well, that's a horrible position for Titan to try and attack into, and his Nexus goes down. Oh, and that's GG.
Fair enough, really.
Good push by Strelok. He knew he was ahead after Titan not botched the attack at the front, but certainly didn't do enough damage to... I think it was the Nexus cancel. He was a few minutes behind Strelok. Strelok just had a slightly better economy all the way through that, and...
Yeah. I don't know, really. I mean, I still think that push that Titan did back here was a bit much.
It was a bit much for the fact that his Nexus was delayed, so he might have thought that he had to do some damage, and it didn't quite do... I mean, if Strelok hadn't attacked then, had taken a third command centre and just sort of macroed up, Titan would have been in quite a good position because he had the double forge. His upgrades would have overtaken Strelok's.
Yeah.
If the game had gone on longer, he might have had a chance in that. But
I think if Titan had waited for the second Colossus here, that push would have been far more effective.
I think so. Or even got the Thermal Lance.
Perhaps. Well, thanks a lot for watching, guys. That was Game 1. This is a series of 3, which I don't think we've actually mentioned yet. So, awesome. We'll be going on to the next game now. Cool. And, of course, we all know that the only reason that Strelok actually won is because Titan saw the scouting factory and got scared. Just on Bye!